Sherry here. This is a flip through of my most recent journal. It is titled 101 Things You Should Do Before Your Kids Leave Home. And I'll tell you how that story came about. But this is a Triscuit box. And I covered it in scrapbook paper. It's got 5 signatures. And I held it together. I'm tying it together with this super simple ribbon. I mean, I literally just punched a hole and threaded it through with just a couple of hole reinforcers there. But how this came about is our son-in-law was explaining to his oldest child how important it was that they have the opportunity to do as many things together in the next couple of years. Moving to this new area, they just made a big move, and so they are living in a new house in a new part of the state, and there's a lot of things that they're going to be doing, for the first time, like making new friends, and how important it was as a family to do as many things together because the kids would be, leaving home soon. And when I came across this book jacket, which I don't have the actual book, but just the book jacket, I thought, oh well, I got to make a journal for that. So we decided to start the list for them. But there's lots of places in here that they will add to the list and make journal entries all on their own. So we were intending to just essentially prime the pump. So we've got lots of things in here, that it would be interesting, for them to consider, little experiences, that they can do together. The material, as always, it's just all from recycled items. I have a lot of leftover scrapbook supplies, so I use that, but it's more than that. It's also vintage paper, vintage fabric. This is a bill envelope. I use a lot of payment envelopes like this. We have the little see-through window. And the journal cards, sometimes they're written on, sometimes they have little extra things on the back. Sometimes they don't. Like this one, this is an opportunity for them to decide, what they want to put on that. I try to use, like I said, I recycle everything. So this waxy paper is from a store here in town. They pack everything in that, and I like using that. I use a lot of remnants from greeting cards. Well, I just cut the words off and distress the edges, and that makes a great journaling card. I have each signature has a sheet of this vintage school paper, and it's pretty sturdy. So I like using it, but it is vintage. I don't have any idea how old it is, but I do put a lace trim on it because it makes it easier to flip, and I don't worry about the edges tattering. And each signature has a piece of cardboard. This is essentially a piece of cardstock, not cardboard, cardstock made from some junk mail item that I got, those little half-page, postcardy like things. And on this one, I covered it in a piece of napkin. So I have a few napkins that I save when I like the print. And then I just further decorated it, with a cutout from another card. And I also try to include a few pictures of the local area just to kind of flesh out some of the items on the list. Each signature also has a paper bag folded in the middle. So each side of the paper bag serves as extra pockets. And on this one, for the journaling cards in the pocket, I covered them in a piece of scrap paper and something that I could actually write on. But these are actually, they're like little flashcards or something. I have a whole stack of old flashcards. So those make really nice journaling cards as well. Again, more napkin. This is actually a card that it was kind of big, so I cut it in half, and this side's blank, so they can put what they want on that one. Another napkin. another paper bag with more items in it. This is a card, you know, and I like to, on some of these cards, I like to glue a piece of the vintage school paper because it makes it really easy to write. And so I'll do a lot of that. And I love using vintage paper. For instance, this is, I don't know if you can see the date on this one. I know I've got some more in here, but this is from a newsprint that is dated 1912. And the only way I can really use this paper is just to glue it flat down because it is brittle. Doing it this way is fine, but that's essentially the only way I can do it. So I liked using a few little pictures of the places that we were suggesting that they visit. And this was a really funny, I think it went that way, yeah. This was actually a hotel, Sheraton Hotel postcard. And I thought it was a great picture, so I just cut it in half and distressed it, made it into a little tag, and wrote on that as well. This is, that's another napkin, but I just love this picture. Someone recently gave me this particular photograph, and well, it's just an illustration, it's not a photograph, and it was on a box, and I just cut it off, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to use it because I thought that was really nice to have. I just included one decorated paper clip, but I have several paper clips in here holding various things. And more tuck spots and little journaling cards in this paper bag. Pocket holders, tags that, again, this one I have that piece of paper written on the back. This one I actually have a some old form that I think this was from the post office, but I like doing that, and I will encourage them to just write all over any of these, you know, any of these pieces. Here's the paper bag. Some of these I turned over just to make sure they know that some of them have writing on them and some of them don't, but you know, like I said, the intent here is to just kind of get the list started, and then they add to it all the various things that they want to be able to do. I also like to use, in addition to the payment envelopes, I like these tea bag holders. There's just a little ready-made pocket. I think this is part of that journal I was talking about that has the date, the 1912 date. This is another one of these little flashcard things. This is also a flashcard. This one's just glued down, and I put some extra little rub-ons on it. And another bill envelope. More places to add items, more pockets. Flashcard. This one is just put a piece of regular scrapbook paper on the back of it. And that's it.